What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back with another review of Zatima. This is Season 3, Episode 19. The episode is titled Surprise, Surprise, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, y'all, we are opening up with Malachi and his goddamn tattoo, okay? He's showing it off as if it's some type of prized possession, and Fatima's confused, like, sir, why am I on your chest? Now, according to him, Leslie doesn't even want to sleep with him when that tattoo is visible. She wants him to wear a shirt. My question is, sir, when did you get that tattoo, okay? Because, baby, Fatima ain't been rocking her hair like this the whole, 9-10 years since you've seen her. I'm trying to figure out at what point did you get this tattoo. So then he goes on to tell her that he needs to know that she doesn't still want him. Dude, if she wanted you, she would have been reaching out to you, because clearly she still had your phone number in her phone. Are you mentally okay? And Fatima's like, dude, I don't want you. I'm not interested in you. I'm interested in the man whose baby I'm carrying. Then Malachi has the audacity to say, are you sure that you're pregnant? Negro, are you sure that you are okay in the head? Because why are you asking dumb questions? I don't think she's going to make up the fact that she's pregnant right now. Are you stupid? So basically he's like, okay, well, yeah, I can still help your friend or whatever. And Fatima ends up leaving. All right, so Angela's like, so can you actually help me or what? He's like, yeah, I can. So next thing you know, we see them or whatever, they on the couch, and she's like showing him, what's on the site. And according to him, he was able to like get the IP address from the phone or whatever, and he's gonna, reach out to somebody that he knows that does like cyber stuff and help her get these videos taken down. Okay, fine. However, Angela is like, well, you need to make sure you get like a good shot of her. Talking about some, get the one when I'm doing the splits. Ma'am, it's giving you want these videos still up, okay? So next thing you know, Malachi ends up asking for a glass of wine. Excuse me, sir? We are not friends. Don't be over here asking for wine up in my house. But Angela goes over and gets him some wine or whatever. And this man, he makes a phone call, tell his boy, like, yo, you need to go ahead and have that shut down. The person, they posted it without their permission or whatever, and basically got the job done. All right, cool. So I'm like, well, baby, you asked for that glass of wine. You don't need that, because you should be walking out the door. Oh, no, not him. He literally told Angela, like, yeah, my boy's on it. It should be done within a couple of hours, but, can we just go ahead and sit and chat? Negro, no. Like, you need to get up out of her house. Now, moving on from that, we see Zach and Jeremiah, baby. They are at the rehab center. Zach is trying to fill out the paperwork, but, baby, Jeremiah got the shakes and quakes, okay? And Zach is like, what's going on? Like, what are you shaking and quaking for? And I'm just like, Zach, you don't see that your brother is, like, without any drugs right now, so his body is in like shock. So Zach finally figures it out, and he like calls over a doctor or whatever, and the doctor takes Jeremiah back or whatever. And I'm like, yo, oh boy who plays Jeremiah, baby, he be acting, okay? He be going for it, okay? Nonetheless, so a nurse ends up checking in on Zach or whatever while he filling out this paperwork, even though we all know he ain't filled out not a one piece of that paperwork. But I digress. He basically asked her, like, so what's y'all success rate around here? She's like, well, it varies because, it also depends on how the person feels, if they want to be sober or not. And she does say that they do have a lot of success stories. So he just has to be hopeful. Now, let me tell y'all what annoyed me real quick. It's the fact that the conversation was going good, right? And then here go Miss Mama saying, oh yeah, this was such a better choice for you and your brother. And Zach like, what are you talking about, girl? She's like, yeah, because I saw the video. Oh, I know you motherfucking lying. Like, I understand that Zach beat his brother up, so we just gonna act like this video is super viral to where some lady who lives an hour away randomly saw the video? Yikes. But also, like, girl, you don't think it's a little inappropriate for you to be talking to this man about this? Okay. Moving on from that, y'all, we see Connie. She's sitting on some busted ass couch in the middle of the projects while her son is playing around with some old ass dusty bike that don't work. I said, baby, what is happening here? Nonetheless, or at least I hope that was her son. Tony ends up walking up. I said, I know you fucking lying. What the fuck happened with Tony? Because last time I checked, Tony was about to get robbed. We heard the gun go off. And, what happened? I'm a little confused here. How this man just walking up like nothing happened? What's going on? Did I miss an episode? Did I miss part of an episode or something, y'all? Because I don't recall us getting any type of, like, update on that situation. Nonetheless, Connie is over here teary-eyed, and it's like, girl, what is going on? So she explains that she needs somebody to take care of her kids. And Tony is confused. He like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, where are you going? Like, you gotta go to jail? What's happening? And she's like, oh yeah, before that she told him how like she don't really rock with her family like that, but she wants her kids to always stay together. And he's still confused, like, what is going on? And then she goes on to explain, like, no, she actually asked the question, do you think Zach and Fatima will take my kids? And she has 3 of them. And she goes on to explain that she went to the doctor and they basically told her that she don't have that much longer that she gonna be living. I said, oh my God. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, but I really like Connie on this show. What are you talking about, girl? So basically she says that the doctors told her that, you know, she doesn't have long to live. She can't get a second opinion because at the end of the day, she's in a project. She ain't got money like that. And Tony's like, you know, we should go talk to somebody and all this stuff. And she's like, no. At the end of the day, it's cancer. There's other family members that have had it. And I just need to make sure that my kids are going to be good. Like, all I want you to do is go have a conversation with Fatima and Zach to see if they'll take my kids or something. And you can tell that, like, Tony, he don't know what to say in this moment or whatever. And she just basically tells him that, like, just sit with me and let's still act like things are normal. I want to be the person that tells people what's going on with me. Don't go around blabbing it out. And it gets to the point where he hugged her and she tells him, like, don't start, as in don't start crying, because, you know, then she gonna start crying. So he's like, no, I got you, whatever. But really, he was breaking down inside, okay? Because at this point, they couldn't even really form a conversation because, of course, he's heartbroken to know that his friend, he's known since childhood, is going to pass away sooner than either one of them have expected. She's emotional because she just told her friend that she's going to have to pass away, and her only concern really is that her kids are going to be well taken care of because she won't be there anymore. And honestly, I just felt bad for both of them in that scene. Like, oh my God, we got to keep Connie alive, okay? All right, but let's go ahead and jump back over to Angela and this man who needs to get off of her couch, okay? At this point, Malachi is a certified weirdo, and he needs to go. Because this man now has it in his mind that he's going to plot to get Fatima back. Because according to him, Zach and Leslie, they're just in the way of their love. That woman don't want you, sir. Then he ends up bringing up the fact that Zach, you know, he has a record, and basically trying to make it seem like he going to get Zach sent back to jail. So at this point, Angela has realized that this man has got to get up out of her house. So she does the whole fake yawn thing. It's like, oh, I had a long day at work. And he ends up leaving. So, of course, Angela has to go ahead and call her homegirl Fatima and give her the update. Like, girl, this man is crazy. I don't know if he's helping me or not. But what I can tell you is that this man is plotting on you. He's trying to get back with you. He said some crazy stuff about Zach. And, girl, you got to watch him. So now Fatima got to figure out how she gonna handle that situation. And honestly, I'm just like, girl, aren't you tired? Like, you're pregnant. Go sit down somewhere. You got too much on your plate already. But nonetheless, we're gonna go ahead and move on because Connie goes to see Zach at his office. And at first he was kind of giving her the cold shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Have a real small talk. And then she talks about how, she heard that he took Jeremiah to rehab. So he goes on to tell her about how, he took him, and of course, Jeremiah was fainting when he got there and all of that. Now, what was interesting was the fact that Zach was like, I don't think he's going to make it. And I'm just like, didn't you have a whole conversation with that girl about having hope? Like, come on now. So at one point in this conversation, Connie is just trying to tell him how she's so proud of him and how he's growing up and all the things that he's into and blah, blah, blah. He like, girl, what's going on here? Because you don't usually talk to me like this. What is going on? And at one point he says, I'm not about to die or anything, am I? And she stops and is like, no, you're not about to die. Now, before that conversation can be finished, Zach gets a phone call from Fatima. And she basically tells him to, rush home or whatever. I got a surprise for you. So he gets off the phone with her and he's like, I gotta go. And Connie's like, you already know she's like stuck, like, shit, I'm trying to tell him what's going on with me. So she like gets up, but like super slow. So then he ends up sitting her back down or whatever. And he's like, what's going on? And at this point, she don't want to say what's going on. Now, baby, here goes that phone ringing once again. And I'm just like, okay, what's going on now? Baby, Jeremiah done checked himself out of the rehab center. So even though Zach already didn't have no hope, okay, he like, okay, fine. Well, if he already checked himself out, then I'm going to come back and come get the rest of my money. And Miss Mama's on the phone was like, oh, no, see, that's not how it works. You make that payment, and regardless if he stays or not, that's it. Like, you're not getting your money back. So at this point, he pissed because, baby, I just left a couple of hours ago, and this man has already checked himself out, and my $5,000 is gone already. I'm sorry, but I will be pissed off as well. Because if that's the case, Jeremiah, you played in my face. But also, then Miss Mama's had the audacity to be on the phone talking. So do you know where he might have gone? Because if we put our heads together, bitch, are you dumb? Because that sounds like you're going to ask me for another $5,000 to admit him if we find him. Are you stupid or what? No, thank you. I'm not about to find Jeremiah. He just wasted my money. Absolutely not. So he get off the phone with this lady or whatever, and he updates Connie on the fact that, Jeremiah ended up leaving. And she's like, you think he's going to show up to the funeral? He's like, who knows? Probably not. Who knows? So she's like, okay, well, let's just go get him. And he's like, no, I'm not going to look for Jeremiah at this point. So him and Connie end up leaving the office, and that was that. Baby, we see Zach go home, okay? Zachary goes home, and it's rose petals all on the floor, and it says, like, take your clothes off, and then come upstairs on the table. Keep in mind, Fatima said she got a surprise for him, right? So he all up in his mind thinking this was the surprise. Baby, he go upstairs, and it is a woman who is laid out on the bed, naked, definitely got that Fatima wig on, or whatever. He gets naked. Yes, we saw Zach's bare ass. And, baby, next thing you know, he gets underneath the covers or whatever, baby. And then we see Fatima show up. And she like, what the fuck? So then Zach turned back around. It's like, what the fuck? I say, yo, what is going on? Like, what is happening right now? I cannot. But we already know who it is. But y'all, that was the episode. Let me know what y'all thought about it. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to y'all in my next review. Bye, guys.